Okay, we're going to do a video today about the handbrake on the Range Rover Sport and how to release it in an emergency and how to use it, what it does as far as we can work out. So this is your handbrake. So most of the time you can, when you leave the car, it's obviously in park, which should be enough, but it's always a wise precaution to put it in park, to put your handbrake on. So to put your handbrake on, you literally just pull this switch up and you'll hear, we'll be quiet, you might hear it on the camera, you'll hear a sort of noise as it engages. Okay, so okay, now that's engaged. Now when it engages, you'll see there you've got the park light come on, so you can see I've got that red park light. And then to disengage it, you simply just push it down and you'll hear it release. Okay, and then when you release it, you won't see the red parking brake signal anymore. So if I just put it on while you're looking at the display, there you go, you can see the parking light come on and go off. Now these electronic parking brakes, there's a module at the back that you can replace if it all goes wrong. Also check the adjustment, that can be a major cause of problems. But one thing I wanted to show you particularly today was how if you get stuck where you can't get the handbrake off and it's seized on and you're stuck somewhere, I'll show you how to release it, okay? So in fact, let me pass the camera over to Tom, who's sat the other side there. Right then, so first thing is if you lift up the cubby box lid, and what we need to do is pull up this assembly. Now, a point of note here, you really need to make sure you've got the foot brake pressed at all times, because we're going to put the car in neutral and then we're going to disengage the brake, so your car could go back. So be aware that by releasing the brake your car could move, so take precautions to stop that happening. Okay, so I'm going to put the parking brake on to simulate the fact that you'd be stuck with it on. So that you've got your parking brake on, you can't remove it. We also did get an error message come up on the screen and we had this go wrong yesterday, which has prompted us to do this video. Okay, so put the car into neutral, keep your foot pressed on the brake at all time you're doing this. Okay, I've turned the ignition off. Right, then we're going to remove the handbrake, the gear stick. So this literally pulls straight up, but it's quite a tug, so if you just hold it there and give it a, okay, watch you don't smack yourself in the face with it. Okay, so we can put the gear knob to one side. Thank you, Tom. Okay, and the reason we've done that is it gives us a little more room to lift this up. Now this whole sort of module here does pop up. Okay, so to remove this whole assembly, you get in the side here, pull it up, you'll see there's a little spring clip there. Okay, and there's the same on this side, in the same sort of position. So if I start at the back, give it a pull. Right, so they're pretty fierce, but that's all that's holding it in. And then you've got this, if you can move it rearwards as much as you can, then this plastic clip at the front will lift up like so. And then you can just push it over to the side, over onto the roller cubby. And then what we're looking for is, right then, thank you Tom, I don't know if you can see that loop in there on the camera. Okay, but it's like bicycle cable, you know, bicycle brake cable. You've got a little loop that comes up. And what you need to do is pull that. Now you can pull it with your finger, but and if you're stuck by the side of the road you'll have to, or just find a bit of wire or something. I've got a bit of cable tie here that you just put through it, okay? And then just loop that through if you zoom back a bit, Tom. And then what you've got to do then is just give that a pull. Now remember to keep your foot on the brake, and that will pull up and that will release your parking brake. Okay, so if you do that, yep, that releases your parking brake. Okay, and that should get you out of trouble if your brake sticks on. Okay, and then it's just a question of putting that all back. It all just pops back into place. So good luck with that, and hopefully that'll get you out of trouble and get you on your way.